we will learn from scratch to advanced level of JavaScript. What is JavaScript? JavaScript is a dynamic programming language that adds more interactivity to the website. JavaScript is very easy to implement since it is integrated with HTML. Originally, it was called LiveScript, but due to the popularity of Java, it was renamed JavaScript. Still not understand JavaScript? Okay. JavaScript is very easy to learn a programming language, and this is the world's most favorite language. When you are an expert in JavaScript, it will help you to excel in creating awesome front-end applications, websites, and so on. JavaScript has no connectivity with Java programming language. How web pages work? So, the web is known as a client-server system. Let's say, for example, when a user visits a website like google.com or gmail.com, when the user enters the website URL in the address bar and then hit the enter button, immediately there are a lot of things are happening behind the scenes. The first is the requests are routed through various routers and switches. Finally, it will be reaching the server. Second, from the server, we will get the response. And the page is rendered and displayed. Okay. Now, how request and response will work? Okay. For request, we will call it as HTTP request. Once the connection is established using the HTTP protocol between client and server, the client then sends a request in the form of binary data to the server asking for the specific files or information from the server. So how a response will work? So a response will call it as HTTP response. And HTTP response is what is sent by a server to a client in response to an HTTP request. This response contains a status code, and if based on the status code, we can see whether it is successful or we are getting any error. So, for example, when you are like hitting the page called google.com or gmail.com, 99.99% it will be the status would be 200. That means success. If suppose anything like their downtime happening for a 0.1% or something like that, then we will get a error something called 404 or 300 or 500. These are the server different errors.